I was working late one evening when I overheard my wife talking on the phone. Her voice was low, almost a whisper, but the words cut through me like a blade. She said, "He thinks he's the only one, but I'm still seeing my boss for benefits." At first, I froze, convinced I must have misheard. But she laughed softly after saying it, and I knew I hadn't imagined a thing. My chest tightened, and my stomach turned. The woman I trusted, the one I had built my life with, was openly mocking me behind my back. That night I pretended nothing was wrong. She came home, smiled at me, and kissed me on the cheek as if everything was normal. I sat there, staring at her, wondering how long she had been living this double life. Every smile, every hug, every sweet word now felt like a carefully crafted lie. I wanted to explode and confront her, but I knew if I did, I would lose the chance to uncover the whole truth. The next few days, I quietly observed her. She seemed to get more calls from work, stayed late more often, and guarded her phone like it was her lifeline. The pieces fit together perfectly. My wife wasn't just betraying me emotionally. She was using me as a cover while reaping benefits from her boss. The realization filled me with anger, but also with cold determination. I decided to gather proof. I went through our shared credit card statements and noticed strange charges. Expensive dinners at places I had never been with her, hotel transactions that didn't line up with any trips we had taken together, and gifts I had never received. Each line item was another dagger to my heart, but it also gave me strength. I wasn't going to confront her with just suspicion. I wanted undeniable evidence. One Friday night, she told me she'd be working late again. Instead of questioning her, I simply nodded. As soon as she left, I followed. My heart pounded as I trailed her car through the city. She wasn't headed toward her office but to a luxury hotel downtown. I parked a few blocks away and watched as she walked inside, smiling like a teenager in love. Minutes later, her boss arrived. They greeted each other warmly before heading inside together. My blood boiled, but I stayed calm. That night, I didn't confront her. I took photos. I documented everything. It wasn't about jealousy anymore. It was about justice. She had played me for a fool, but I wasn't going to let her walk away clean. The next morning she returned home, pretending she had been working late. She kissed me casually and started making breakfast. I looked at her and realized how well she had mastered the art of deception. But I said nothing. I just smiled and went along, letting her believe her mask was still intact. For weeks, I kept building my case. Screenshots of her messages, pictures of her meetings, financial records, all neatly organized. It wasn't just for me. It was for the lawyer I planned to hire. If she thought she could betray me and still benefit from our marriage, she was wrong. Finally, the day came when I was ready. I scheduled a private meeting with a divorce attorney and handed over everything. The lawyer's eyes widened at the depth of betrayal I had documented. "You've built an airtight case," he said. Those words gave me a sense of control I hadn't felt in months. That evening, when my wife returned home, I sat at the table with the folder of evidence. She smiled and asked what was wrong. I slid the folder toward her without saying a word. As she opened it and saw the pictures, the screenshots, the receipts, her face drained of color. For the first time, she couldn't find words to spin her lies. "You thought I wouldn't find out," I said quietly. "But I know everything. And now, so will everyone else who matters." She stammered, trying to explain, but every excuse sounded hollow. The woman who once mocked me for being blind now sat trembling, caught in the trap she had set for herself. I told her the marriage was over. No second chances. No forgiveness. She had taken my trust and shattered it for selfish gain. As she begged, I calmly explained that the lawyer already had the case, and soon the courts would know. Her benefits had come at the cost of her future. When the divorce proceedings began, she realized how much she had lost. Her boss wanted nothing to do with her once the scandal became public. Her reputation, her job, her comfort, all gone. Meanwhile, I walked away with my dignity, my financial security protected, and my head held high. Looking back, the betrayal hurt, but the revenge was simple. The truth. She once said, "He thinks he's the only one," but in the end, I was the only one who saw through her lies and made sure she paid the price. And as I signed the final divorce papers, I felt something I hadn't in a long time. Freedom.